Hey guys, Merry Christmas. This is kind of a weird week. Full disclosure, the camera was not recording, so this was technically part of a larger episode, but the more we thought about it, the more we decided that it's the week of Christmas anyway. We're taking more or less the week off, so why not just give you this little short, I think it's like 20 minutes of just silly, goofy fun time. You know, we've had some heavy topics in the last couple weeks, and I feel like this is it's just fun and funky. There's nothing really to it. So, I suppose, Merry Christmas. Have a good week. I hope you all enjoy your time if you celebrate, and if not, it's just a normal week for you, and I hope you have a good week regardless. So yeah, thanks for being here. We're excited for everything that's gonna come after Christmas. So anyway, without further ado, I will be ranking anthropomorphic dogs. Okay, bye. Welcome back to my podcast. What a time to be alive. So we went not Christmas shopping. I guess that's not true. We went clothes shopping after Black Friday and we went to American Eagle and they were giving out Snoopy bags. And I was like, Snoopy bags? And then we were talking about it and we were like, Scooby-Doo's better than Snoopy, but Snoopy's better than Scrappy. So I decided that I was going to do an anthropomorphic dog tier list, like dogs from media that have been anthropomorphized, but I've limited it to mostly to cartoons only, and I'm sure I've missed some, and these are all very biased because they're just based purely on personal opinion, nothing else. And I am a Scooby-Doo stan. Scooby-Doo is my life. So I'm just warning you right now, you will not talk me out of putting Scooby-Doo in S tier. It is, and for the purposes of this tier list, S tier is Scooby tier. Scooby goes in Scooby tier because nobody else gets to go in Scooby tier. Or do they? Spoilers. So, as we've established, Scooby is an S-tier anthropomorphic dog. There's nothing else to say about it. He is the top dog of the anthropomorphic dogs. He's the alpha anthropomorphic dog, if you will. So, Scooby is at the very top of the list for good reason. I feel like if I said, who's an anthropomorphic dog, you might say, oh, like Snoopy. And I go, okay. But you would also likely say, oh, Scooby. And I go, yeah. Because if you think anthropomorphic dog, you think Scooby-Doo. So, Scooby goes in Scooby tier. I will not be taking criticism of Scooby. Now, the rest of them you could debate me on because, again, this is just personal opinion. But Scooby stays in Scooby tier. Scooby is the alpha dog of the anthropomorphic dogs. Let me move on. So, I put Courage the Cowardly Dog in B tier, mostly because he kind of scared me as a kid. I don't know what kind of dog he's supposed to be, but he's pink and he looks hairless. And something about the way he's drawn just sort of freaked me out as a young child. So he goes in B tier purely for that. Now, I actually think the Courage the Cowardly Dog show was ahead of its time, personally. I think it did a lot of things that were like, oh, interesting. Okay. The one where they they steal the, what was it? The plaque or whatever, and the mummy comes and haunts the ranch until they give it back. That was terrifying to me. And actually, I had the VHS of Scooby-Doo Zombie Island, and that would play after Scooby-Doo Zombie Island as just like a bonus episode. Because like VHS tapes used to do that, right? Where they would have like bonus content on them sometimes. And so at the end of my Scooby-Doo Zombie Island was that episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog. And so I would jump right from Scooby-Doo Zombie Island to Courage the Cowardly Dog, bring back the plate or whatever he says. And it's really freaky and I hated it. Maybe it wasn't at the end of... It was either at the end of Scooby-Doo Zombie Island or Scooby-Doo Space Invaders. Which one was it? I don't remember. Anyway, it was at the end of one of my Scoobies. I had a lot of Scooby movies, okay? Doesn't matter. So, I feel like Courage goes in B tier. That's just how I feel about it. This one might be a little controversial, and I'm gonna say it anyway. Scrappy-Doo, F tier. You could not make me like Scrappy-Doo. You cannot make me like Scrappy-Doo. F tier. F tier all day long. War criminal. I will not be explaining. Google it. He's a war criminal. Aside from the whole war criminal thing, I don't like Scrappy. He's the annoying version of Scooby. And Scooby's perfect. Scooby tier. So I don't want to hear about Scrappy. Plug my ears, la la la. Don't want to hear about Scrappy. Enough said. F tier. Banish him to the outer realm. F tier. Okay, Balto is A tier, I feel like instantly, purely just for the story of Balto. And I feel like no one can really argue that. Some might even put him in S tier, Scooby tier. He does not reach Scooby levels to me, so he is A tier. Still really good. Still really, really good. Not Scooby levels. Also, I haven't seen that movie since I was a wee child. So, and I didn't do any research for this. So I didn't watch that movie. I don't really remember it very well. But I do know that in the podcast Dungeons and Daddies, Beth May specifically talks about how hot Balto is at one point in one of the episodes. And so I'm basing my opinion sort of off of Beth May's opinion, which is that Balto is an attractive anthropomorphic dog. And who am I truly to argue with that logic? So, A tier for Balto. Now, Snoopy, I've already established, is a classic. Snoopy is an A tier dog to me. I think definitely anthropomorphic. None of the Peanuts talk, if I remember correctly. I never really got into the Peanuts, but what I do know is that Snoopy has been making his rounds. Like, Snoopy has had a wee bit of a resurgence recently, particularly in, and I don't remember who it is, there's a lady on TikTok who has gone to, like, a bunch of different stores just trying to find the version of Snoopy where he's in a puffer jacket and he's got a hat on. And I'll admit it. It might be the superior Snoopy is Snoopy in a puffer jacket. I think she's on to something. Because he is just ridiculously cute. He's just adorable. Like, I get it now. I see Snoopy in a puffer jacket and I go, A tier. He's adorable. I have a Snoopy bag. Now, thank you, American Eagle. I have a Snoopy bag. So, I think Snoopy's a classic. I think even if you don't like an anthropomorphic dog, you gotta give it up for how cute Snoopy is. Classic. A tier. This one, again, slightly controversial maybe. I mean, give me your opinion, but let me throw it out to you. And I don't want to offend any potential, Disney fans or fanatics, but I think Goofy's purely B tier. And I think Goofy's B tier purely because his existence in his universe confuses me so badly. And this is not an argument that is original to me. People have definitely made this argument before, but how is Goofy anthropomorphic but Pluto isn't? Why is Pluto just a normal dog? Pluto just plays fetch and doesn't talk, and he barks, and he's just a normal dog, but Goofy walks on two legs and does everything a human does. Now, and I can hear the comments now. I can hear them now. People they're saying, oh, well, mice are, the mice are walking on two legs. Mickey Mouse is walking on two legs. They got ducks that are talking and quacking, and yes, I hear you. But there aren't any pet mice. There aren't any pet ducks. There aren't any pet whatever. But there is a pet dog. And there's also anthropomorphic Goofy. So, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear it. B tier. Very confused. Very confused by Goofy. Also, what's Goofy's son's name? Goofy's son is also probably B tier. I cannot remember his name, though. I remember it from a Goofy movie, but I do not recall his name. Just as well, didn't love those movies to begin with, so it's fine. B tier. Now, on the train of just potentially being offensive, Brian Griffin. In my heart of hearts, F tier. F tier. But I am a big Family Guy hater. I am a Family Guy I do not like it. I refuse to watch it. That is just who I am as a person. Do not find it funny. And by extension, don't find Brian Griffin funny. So, to me, it has to be F tier. And you know what? Probably I don't feel as strongly about it as I feel about Scrappy, but I definitely feel brother, if you will. F tier. This one achieves S tier. Scooby status. Drumroll please. The Hound from Fox and the Hound. S tier Scooby status. Mostly because this is an S tier Disney movie. If you were to be favorite classic Disney movie, it would be up there. Absolutely. They do not make movies the way they made Fox and the Hound. Fox and the Hound was so good for its time and even for now. S tier movie. It is an S tier movie. And I've always thought the Hound from Fox and the Hound was so cute, so precious, such a cute little dog, and he had the cutest little voice when he was a puppy. He achieved Scooby tier to me. I think he deserves to be up there with the GOAT, Scooby, the alpha, in just being an S tier anthropomorphic dog. That's how I feel about the Hound from the Fox and the Hound. So, moving down the list, I have Gromit from Wallace and Gromit, which is a movie I think I've seen. At the very least, I have seen images of it. I know kind of the vibe, okay? And I don't really feel any which way about it. I didn't love Wallace and Gromit, but I do think Shaun the Sheep is funny. So, that's kind of what I'm going off of. B tier. B tier. I have Lady and Tramp from Lady and the Tramp. And I think they're both A tier, honestly. I think, as far as anthropomorphic dogs go, dogs that can talk and split a bowl of spaghetti, I feel like they're pretty good. I feel like they're, again though, I feel like this is kind of an S tier Disney movie. Like, it's definitely up there as one of the best Disney movies, in my opinion. So I feel like Tramp in particular gets to be A tier because he, you know, like, saves them, and he's just like a really good husband in the end. I guess husband's the wrong word. He's a really good, like, mate. I don't know what dog partners are. It doesn't matter. So I give them both A tier. I think they're fun, and I think Lady from Lady and the Tramp is a beautiful little dog. A tier. Okay, moving right along. Mr. Peabody is B tier. Maybe even C tier. I might throw Mr. Peabody in C tier, actually, because he creeps me out. Like, I think he just looks ridiculous, sounds ridiculous, is a little bit of a creep. And not in like a, oh, what a freak, love a freak. No, he's like a creep, I think. And his image of him like smiling just is so off-putting to me. So I think I'm gonna bump him down to C tier, because kind of creeps me out. If that smile came at me at like a bar or something, I'd immediately be like, ugh, brother, no, thank you. No, thank you. So, C tier. I have two more, and I'm just going to go through them kind of quickly. I think Dodger from Oliver and Company is A tier. Again, a fantastic movie. Fantastic movie. Yeah, I think Dodger's A tier. I think he's adorable. I think him and Oliver are so cute. Like, the perfect dynamic, truly. A tier. And then finally, from a game I have never played, Isabelle from Animal Crossing. My notes say she's B tier because I don't know her. And honestly, that's probably true. However, again, I don't know her. I don't know who she is. I think she's so cute. I think she's so cute, but I don't know her. So B tier. However, because I did look her up, because I didn't know if she was actually a dog. The Wikipedia page for Isabelle from Animal Crossing says that people are rather positive about her presence in the game. So maybe when I play it, I'll bump her up to A tier. But right now, she's just, I don't really know her. So she falls into B tier for that reason in particular, I think. Because don't know her, can't rate her. That's what I always say. Anyway, that's the end of my tier list. This is silly. It was goofy. It was just, you know, a fun little thing. I felt like my opinions about Scooby had to be made known. And what a better way to do that than to put him above all the other anthropomorphic dogs and put those dogs down in comparison. Truly. Just highlight how much of a goat Scooby is. But that's all we have today. This is just a short little silly thing just to hold you over until we come back after Christmas. Anyway, have a good week. Have a good week without me. I hope you miss me. Bye.